We are the original Saturday Menudo Club, except no substitutes. Ya no más.
The views and opinions expressed in the Saturday Menudo gatherings, livecasts, or videos do not necessarily reflect the views of the club, its sponsors, the hosts, or its supporters. All content is for information and entertainment purposes. We do support free speech.
Candidate, and Andy and I have started to do personal endorsements, a little bit of my background. I've been the RPT Regional Election Director here in Texas for this area. I've also been the Deputy Primary Director for Harris County. I'm currently a precinct chair, and of course now I'm the CEO of the Saturday Menudo Club. Andy has a long list of accomplishments as well. I'll let him say very briefly.
All right, so I'm in marketing, right? So I was the original OG for the veterans for Trump in 2015. Was also the first Latinos for Trump, along with Hope and some others at the campaign unofficially, because they had to start somewhere. So we're the ones that took the arrows, right? So I'm also involved in a lot of veterans organizations, and part of now the veterans official Veterans for Trump 10 years later is really cool to be recognized with Kimberly here and Veterans for America First. So our endorsement, hopefully, I mean, I said I'm a nobody, I said, but the thing is, you know, if we can say it well and get people's attention, then why not?
So great. Okay, I know we have a long list of candidates that have registered. I'm going to do just a quick 2 to 3 minute. If you are a candidate and you did not register to speak, if you could please stand up, say who you are, and say what you're running for. We're going to go by this really quickly, but I want to be courteous and give everyone the opportunity to say what they're running for. So any candidate in here that's running for something that did not sign up to speak. Really, Jack, we have you on the list. Go ahead, Sherry.
Helen Zoe is running against Jean Wu in House District 137. She's doing great. She has a real chance to win, you guys. Get her name out.
Again, what's the district?
137.
137. Anybody else? Anybody else who did not sign up and wants to say a word?
I'm Waller County, but I'm running for commissioner. Precinct 2, Shannon Wooten-Gergelbach, and recommended by True Texas Project.
Great. Okay. All right. Thank you again. Really quickly, I'll table up here. If you want to leave your literature, we're going to go ahead and start walking right before the primary. If you want to leave your stuff up here, we'll be sure to get it out to our areas. We're going to structure our meeting next. Rick is going to lead it, but there is a segment I want you to pay attention to. It's called Stir the Pot. Stir the Pot is open to y'all. That means anything y'all want to talk about briefly, but bring it up. It's going to be open. The mic's going to be open, and we have a lot going on, y'all. Not only locally, but nationally. So please pay attention. I'm going to hand it over to Rick Rivera. Thank you.
The Ricky Report!
Thank you so much, guys. All right, another hand for you guys. You guys are doing great. Now, we like to do Stir the Pot because there are some real issues out there that are going to change the landscape of what our founding fathers built this country on. I think it's important to everybody to get their voice out because, you know, we all work. So it's, you know, we got to be able to hold it down. So I'm putting it out there to anybody. If they have a topic that they want to talk about, please, don't be afraid. Anyone? Yes, okay.
All right, we got it.
May I have your name, please?
My name is Maria Alcedo, and it's pretty much a comment. Back in 2018, Governor Abbott created an opportunity zone for Liberty County for the developer Colony Ridge, which created a taxing entity. And when the Trump administration came in on this last vote, he switched it automatically to a no-go zone with cartel. So I pretty much want to say, why did Governor Abbott say it was an opportunity zone and then convert it when the Trump administration came in as a no-go zone with cartel? So it's just, people need to do their research and be very careful who you vote for, because at the end of the day, everybody has a secret agenda with financial gain. We, the people, need to do what's right for us. The politicians don't care about us. We need honest people. So I just want to tell you guys that, just let that sit in your head. It was a opportunity zone, and then all of a sudden Trump administration came in, it became a no-go zone. So I asked Abbott, which one was it? To date, he has not answered. So thank you.
Your name?
Marina Hernandez Quiroz.
Awesome.
Good afternoon. First of all, everyone, thank you for taking your time out to come here, because it's very important as a constituent to get the information firsthand. So any opportunity you can do to better our lives, I thank you for that. My name is Marina Hernandez Quiroz. I was born and raised in Houston. I live in Liberty County. I've been in law enforcement for over 30 years. But on January 23 of 2020, my then 16-year-old daughter, who was in high school, she was going after school to go eat crawfish. The driver that she was driving with, my daughter was a rear passenger, was racing with another vehicle. I did not know that then, but I know that now because I've had to conduct my own investigation. I was on duty at the time that my daughter was in this collision. I live in Dayton, Texas, and I am not honored to say that I am here to report bad officers, because I've worked with good officers. But the Dayton Police Department in 2020 covered up for the driver and the second driver as well. No one's been held accountable for it. They've covered up the crime. I brought it to the attention to the Texas Rangers, who denied me an investigation. I went to the District Attorney's Office in Liberty County, who denied me an investigation. So I conducted little by little by myself. I consulted with Wendell Trevino, who took my case on, and we've been on the news. It's actually gone worldwide as well. What they did, we brought light to the corruption in law enforcement and in the county elected officials. The city manager resigned when we brought this to light. The chief resigned. The captain resigned. The lieutenant was terminated for dereliction of duty. The statutes of limitations have expired. No one is being held accountable. So not only do I want the driver and the second driver to be held accountable, but I want the corrupted officers. I want John D. Coleman to answer to his actions, not only to me, the community, and the law. There has to be some agency that might be willing to tap into this. I went to even Babin's office, and his chief of staff told me this would not be of any interest to him. Would not give him a meeting with Congressman Babin. Needless to say, Congressman Babin's office sits in the Dayton Police Department's lobby. So there you go. We have no voice in Dayton, Texas. And I'm asking for anyone and everyone to help me fight for justice for my daughter. I resigned in law enforcement to take care of my daughter since that day. And I will never regret fighting for my daughter, her health, and for our community. And I'm asking for anyone to reach out to me, tell me where do I go from here, because the Texas Rangers denied me. The DPS has denied me. Obviously the city and the elected officials have denied me. The governor has denied me. The Attorney General has. I've reached out to everyone with no positive results. But I'm not going to stop fighting, and I need your help. Thank you.
All right, big hand.
I wanted to add that my daughter is a paraplegic because of this crash. On that day, she broke her back, spinal cord injury, partial collapsed lung, internal bleeding. Her left arm was broken into 3 places. She was a triplegic when this occurred.
Let's be close to it.
The ambulance on the scene catered to the driver who only had 3 broken teeth. My daughter was in the back seat for over 22 minutes before they even pulled her out. They had an argument on the scene to even call Lifeline for my daughter. She was on that scene fighting for her life, and my husband showed up on the scene and they wouldn't even allow my husband into the ambulance to be with my daughter. They would not allow him to see her. She was 16 years old and needed her dad. They took my daughter not only from the scene, they took her away from any medical facility. They drove her 9 miles away. She did not get into the hospital until an hour and a half. An hour and a half later, when they could have Lifeline landed on 90 like they always do, but my daughter was not privileged to that. So I have a lot of questions that have still not been answered, and I need your help.
All right. Very heartfelt. I know it took a lot to come up here and say that, so thank you for your time. Anyone else that has anything on their mind? Yes, please, come on up. All right, let's give a hand. It is Mariah.
Hi, Mariah Sachs, Texas Vaccine Choice, True Texas Project, Moms for Liberty. I'm working on a project right now. Did you know that Texas Family Code allows your child to seek and consent to counseling without your permission? Or if your child has a drug problem, they can refuse care that you, the parent, seek. So I am working right now to change legislation to close the loopholes that allow children to go to providers who will not communicate with the parent, and to help protect kids who do not have capacity to deny care. So I'll be writing a resolution that I would like to have delegates circulate for convention. Please reach out to me, I'll get that to you. And I've already got an author for legislation, Senator Colcourse. So please connect with me. I would love to help change these loopholes that violate parental rights and put children in danger.
One more speaker. Yes, come on up. Oh.
Just really quickly, Kim, and then we have...
Sorry, I didn't see you.
I know somebody else raised their hand.
Hi guys, my name is Kimberly Tuckin-Moyers. I'm the Texas Vice President of Veterans for America First. We're doing some amazing grassroots actions here in the state of Texas. The biggest one that we are uncovering right now is out in Fort Bend County with sister city delegations. I put into FOIAs with the county, and we found that they had a delegation here on the 5th. We passed the Anti-Sister Cities Act, and it was supposed to take effect October 1st. So that investigation is ongoing, and we're going to stay tuned on it.
Thank you, Kim.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim. Just really quick, we'll take this last one. If you could just speak a little bit louder. We have a lot of people in the back, just so that it projects out there and they know what you're talking about. Come on up if you're still interested. Yeah.
Precinct chair. I may be preaching to the choir, but I just want everybody to be as informed as you can. Don't believe something just because somebody says something. And the main reason I'm up here is the invasion that's been going on for a long time with Islam and Sharia.
Yeah.
And you hear about it,
Yes.
but to me, a lot of what we're hearing about from officials is kind of late breaking. Whomever you are, maybe you changed your mind, maybe you just learned about it, but I don't want to hear about something just because you're up for re-election or whatever. I don't know that there's really much that's more important than this. And it's been going on for a long time in our red state. So we don't have room for political correctness. Not gonna be ugly. It's not about individuals. But if you do a little bit of research about what Islam is, the history, and what their intention is, and how they operate, it's insidious, and it's got roots all over the place in our state here. So please be informed, do your due diligence, and even with the candidates, you've got to take the time to know who they are, where they've come from, and what they're going to do, that it's just not a campaign thing. And then, once you vote for them, and Lord willing, they get across the finish line, hold them accountable.
Awesome. Teresa, you're amazing. Thank you.
Everything that's happened has happened under the watch of Abbott and Dan Patrick.
That's right. Right.
So let's make Texas great.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. Very nice. Really quick, just to add to what Teresa was saying, the Intifada is real. We are like in a lot of trouble. And let me just shine a little bit of light on that. We talk about it all the time. In Virginia, they're already putting judges in that are Muslim, and they're also exercising Sharia law. So let me give you an example, because that hits home. If you have a 6-year-old daughter, okay, marriage goes in at 6. They consummate that at 9. So if we have judges that hold court, and they're practicing Sharia law, let's say a Muslim guy comes up to your daughter and fraternizes and sways her to do some inappropriate things, under Sharia law, he can do this. This is a terrible thing, and we need to get on the ball and stand up, because if we don't, we're going to lose all of this. And it's going to be our fault because we're not doing a damn thing. New York is already doing five times call to prayer. Do you want that in Texas? No. I'm being serious with you. Like, it's being seriously done, and if we don't do anything about it, forget about all this. You look at somebody with a cover on their face, or you look at them wrong, you get prosecuted, it's going to look like Dubai, and all our freedoms are going to go right out the window. So I just want to leave that with you, and we're done with stirring the pot. All right.
Time to serve.
To anybody, we have a lot of candidates, and I just want to make sure that we're mindful of everybody's time, because we got to get in our points, okay? But very good job, and thank you. Let's give another round of applause for him. Now let's introduce, coming up to the mic is Mark Fury, running for Justice of the Peace. All right, let's give a hand for Mark.
Who's next? After Mark. Get ready. Yeah. Thank you so much. Tell me to get ready.
And where's my timekeeper?
Right here. Right here.
So could you let me know when I've gone?
Yes. How much do you have?
Yeah.
2?
4 minutes. So I'll go like this.
Let me know after each minute.
When you're down to 1 minute, I'll give you a 1.
We have a shot caller.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's all kinds of Republicans running. Some care for the people, and some run for their own aggrandizement, for their own benefit. I'm clearly in the group of people that is running to serve the people of Precinct 5. I'm Mark Fury. I'm running for Justice of the Peace, Precinct 5, Place 2. That's on Clay Road. That's that courthouse on Clay Road. If you live south and west of 290, you can vote for me. I used to serve you as Justice of the Peace at Chimney Rock years ago. I had a very good reputation there. And I'm running because I think we can do a better job at Clay Road. I'm the most experienced candidate in the race. I have a very strong track record with the bar. And I am the most endorsed candidate. All the major slates have endorsed me, even though I'm running against the incumbent, because they know me and they know the incumbent. What did I do on Justice of the Peace? In my first 4 years, I knocked out a backlog of 70,000 cases at that court. I was one of the least appealed of the Justice of the Peace. In small claims, 99.5% of the people agreed with my ruling. I only had half of 1% that would appeal my rulings. Soy totalmente bilingüe. Y esto es súper importante porque este corte está muy cerca de la gente. Entonces, si hay, por ejemplo, un caso de que están intentando sacar un residente del apartamento, yo soy capaz de decir al manager, ¿usted habla español? ¿Por qué no hacemos este juramento en español? And then that way people don't feel discriminated against. It's hugely important that we make people feel that they can respect our institutions. And when there's a quick trial, it's all in English and the person doesn't understand what happens, they feel like it's like the old country instead of like the rights we have here. I also, with truancy, can speak to the people. I can speak in Spanish. ¿Y por qué este niño está faltando a la escuela? And I can say to the child, ¿qué pasa? ¿Por qué llegó sus padres aquí? ¿Por qué te llevaron aquí? ¿Para que faltes la escuela y no tienes futuro? And I would send them out to people who would help them to do career counseling and think about future things. Okay, I'm going to switch ahead and say I'm running against a man who practices law while he's sitting on the bench. As a result, his court's become the most backlogged JP court, not only in Harris County, but in the whole state of Texas. In fact, it's the most backlogged Texas court because he's practicing law. His backlog is now 68,000 cases, and I have all the documentation with me. If he says something or whatever, I've got everything to back up what I've said. The kind of law he practices is he represents workers of Asian massage parlors, and I've got all the documentation on that here as well. And so he's a little bit double-minded. The good book says, double-minded man, unstable in all of his ways. Now he's going to say a whole bunch of things about me, and what I'll tell you about me is, I don't know how I'm going out of time, the only thing I've ever been convicted out in my life is a traffic ticket. He's got all kinds of things he's going to tell you that I did. But a judge, do you know that we're innocent in this country till we're proven guilty? Who knows innocent in this country till we're proven guilty? Raise your hands. Do you think a judge should know the difference between being innocent and until you're proven guilty or not? And yet this man insulted you by handing you a card that everything on the back side of that card is false, and I can go through and tell you.
1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute, okay, so I still have plenty of time. All right. You can see on my card, my website is Bring Back a Good JP. And that's what I'm saying. I was a good JP before. I wish Judge Wolf was a good JP. And you may actually think it's fine that he's practicing law and defending massage workers and this kind of, you may be fine with that. If you're fine with that, go ahead and vote for him. If you're fine with the fact that this court's backing up, which means somebody who has a claim can't get it straightened out, or somebody who has a pending status at USCIS, and they've got that nagging ticket, and they're worried, my ticket's still sitting out there, my ticket's still sitting. That's what a backlog does, and a backlog affects real people.
30 seconds.
And so, I say to you, go with the person who the list endorsed, because they've done the research. If you're not sure about me, my phone number's on the back side of my card in small, and actually, is this phone, rings right here in my pocket, and I can talk to you about it. If you're concerned or you want more information about stuff that the false claims he makes on his card, please feel free to call me. And look at my website, www.bringbackagooDJP.com. I appreciate you guys.
Awesome.
And thank you for making me one of the featured speakers today.
All right. Awesome. Coming to the mic next is Carmen Montiel, running for CD38. And I just want to let you know the next person up is Martha Fierro. Just get ready.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Well, many of you know me. My name is Carmen Maria Montiel. I've run before because my goal was to unseat a Democrat.
Yeah.
And as my last race, I learned that that's impossible because Houston, we have a problem. We have a major corruption going on in this city. And I decided to run in this district where I live because this is the opportunity for me with my experience, because it's about experience. I have communication experience, therefore I'm a writer. I already have 6 beautiful bills ready to introduce in Congress when I get there, because my campaign is about policy, no slogans. We have a person that represented us here, but he was chosen by the Republican Party even before this district was drawn. And that's why I couldn't run in this district before. I lost a country and I refuse to lose another country. I have the experience of what we're seeing today in this country. I already saw it in Venezuela. And that's what I'm running, because I'm uncorruptible. Because I will not jeopardize my children, my grandchildren's future for whatever they're going to try to put in my place. My opponents are looking for a job. I'm looking to fight for this country. Because Venezuela is what it is today, that thanks to President Trump,
Amen.
we're going, Venezuela is going to be free. In United States, we will be entering the greatest partnership that will solve our economic situation right now. Because we in United States are going to partner not only with the oil Venezuela have, that our refineries here in Texas and Louisiana were built to process heavy crude, that's only from Venezuela. And we've been wasting energy in that. But also the rare minerals that we need to win the fight in AI. We cannot allow China to win that fight. So that's why we need not only the oil, but the rare minerals, and that's why Greensland is so important. And I understand all of that. And I will be the best liaison right now in Congress in this partnership with Venezuela, because that's where I was from. I speak the language, I know the industry, and I also know United States and Houston. Houston is the energy capital of the world. We also have the #1 medical center of the world, which I work in healthcare for 20 years. So I'm a communicator. I have experience in healthcare. I'm a businesswoman, a real estate broker, and I am a legal immigrant, so I also have experience with immigration. And one of the things that destroyed Venezuela, guess what it was? Illegal immigration, and we need to close the border. One of my bills is a moratorium on immigration from 10 years until we fix this mess. I also have a bill to audit the city and the county of Houston for all the federal money that is being wasted. We don't know where it is. In the meantime, we have opponents that father-in-law wants to buy a seat for him because Ted Cruz is supporting him because he wants to run for president, and the father-in-law is the one that needs to raise the money. Without the money, he knows he cannot even try because this is set up for J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio, who are both doing a fantastic job. We have another opponent that is being endorsed by many people who is lying, saying she's been appointed by Trump, when she was appointed by Elaine Chao, the most corrupted Republican. But she's stretching the truth and lying to you all. So if she's lying to get your vote, what do you think is going to happen when she gets to Congress? And she's going to be another missing or him of action representative like Wesley Hunt. When do you see Wesley Hunt in all these years? When did we see him when we have problems and disasters in this city? I will be a present representative. I will work for you. I'm the best to be in this front run of energy with Venezuela. And I will serve you because I refuse not only to lose a country, but have my daughters and granddaughters in a burqa like is happening also in Venezuela. I understand the monster because I already saw the monster. And I'm ready to fight because I am fearless. I fought for my children and myself during my divorce. I am not afraid of fight. My opponents say, oh, I will fight. When have they fought? What have they do? They say they're Trumpers, they're America first. Where have you seen them? I'm invited to Carmen for Congress.com, #4, Congress.com, or to my social media and see how many years I've been involved fighting for America First and MAGA, for Stop This Deal, going to the border 4 times to understand the invasion that Biden put us through. I understand what's happening and I will fight to stop it. Vote for me, District 38. I hope I earned your endorsement. Thank you very much.
Great job, Carmen. 3 minutes. We just have so many people, and we have our, so introducing the mic, Roy Morales, run for CD9.
And no, you're not in my district. I hope you have someone in my district. I'm retired Lieutenant Colonel Roy Morales, 23 years in the United States Air Force. I entered as an Airman Basic, retired as a Lieutenant Colonel of the United States Air Force, where I was selected to work with the Secretary of the Air Force on the first Vandenberg mission. I was the #1 engineer of the Space and Missile Systems Center, the #3 engineer in the United States Air Force. I wrote the mission objectives for this country on 9/11 for President Bush. I worked in special programs for the war on terrorism, and I also wrote part of the planning order on the global war on terrorism. And yes, we have to watch out for the Islamic radicals out there. Now, I've run for several positions. I am a Republican precinct chair, but I'm running as an independent. And there's a reason why. I have to represent everybody. This is a 52% Hispanic district. I worked hard over the years to make it a conservative district. But did the Republican Party come to me? The one with the most experience, the one that is most qualified for this district. I have cards up here. If you look at my cards, they're not red, they're not blue, they're common sense. It's about solving the economic hardship we have here. It's about the immigration situation we have here. I believe that you do have a right to protest, but if you have a whistle and it's blowing, you need to be arrested, because that's aiding and abetting a criminal that's there. You're interfering with police operations.
1 minute.
Here's one that's going to affect all of you. okay? It's not just red, it's not just blue. In here, we have baby boomers. In here, we have Gen X. For 40 years, both Republicans and Democrats have been kicking the can down the road when it has come to Social Security. Do you know in 2032, you're going to lose 23% of your Social Security check? Did anybody know that? You didn't know that, did you? Go research it. 23%, because the Social Security Trust Fund is dwindling down. That was our savings. Reason being, we don't have the workforce anymore to go into the payroll taxes. We also have a $184,000 cap, okay, of putting Social Security in. If I make $184,000, I'm going to pay 6.25% on payroll taxes. If I'm making $300,000, I'm going to still put in 62.5%. That's not fair. That's why the payroll is going down. We need to fix it. I am the man with solutions. I ask for your vote if you live in the district. If you have friends in the district, I ask for their support. I was the Republican nominee in District 29 in 2010. We can win this district, and we can go and make Washington right again. God bless Texas. God bless the United States.
Coming to the mic, if we can get Julie Hunt, and then right after Julie is going to be Pearl Hopkins. Julie Hunt for HD 141.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. It's funny when they got the big guy down to 3 minutes, so let me get to talking. My name is Julie Hunt. I am the former Valley Security Director for Harris County Republican Party. I'm the current precinct chair.
There you go, right there.
I'm the current precinct chair for 894, and I am the. I actually work for Governor Greg Abbott. I know that's not popular in this room, but I must tell the truth. But I am running for House District 141, and I'm trying to unseat an incumbent that has been in the chair for over 50 years. With your help, I plan on doing that. Three primary reasons why I'm running. The first reason is that my views and my ideology and my philosophical beliefs are rooted and derived from my Judeo-Christian faith. I am not a career politician, unlike my Democrat incumbent. For example, and I plan, if I'm elected, I plan on putting my constituents first and to put their interests in every policy and every legislation that I'm a part of.
Mike.
For example, when I was, for example, some of the precinct chairs in this room, along with myself, we, one of the legislative priorities that we got was ban on gender affirming care. And as we ban the gender affirming care, it prohibits gender affirming medical practice for puberty blockers and hormone therapy for individuals. Secondly, crime is out of control in Harris County. I'm not going to talk about what I first had on there, but I'm going to make it personal. Jocelyn Nungri was a 12-year-old girl that was kidnapped, raped, and murdered, and left for dead, and actually murdered, and her body was partially nude, left in a ravine up the street from my house. I take that personal. I went to her, I didn't know her, but I went to her repast, and I actually met the mayor of Houston there, who is a Democrat, but I think he's doing a pretty good job, and I even told him that. So I think there's some room for us to go across the aisle when it's appropriate. But the fact of the matter is she was killed by people that were in the country that should have never been here. I take that personally, and I will work to make sure that we can remove the illegal immigrants out of our country. The main thing, and I must say this, the most imminent, besides the crime and the other things that I was going to talk about, the most imminent threat to us right now is Sharia law. Sharia law is on the ballot. Most people don't know about it, but it is on the ballot. Islam means surrender. Cordoba means I've conquered the land. We cannot allow that to take place in our country. This is our country. If you don't want to assimilate, you need to leave.
Absolutely.
So that's just the bottom line. I know I don't have much time left, but I would like to say this.
10 seconds.
In closing, I believe that God allowed President Trump to be the president for such a time as this.
Yes.
Allowing him to survive 2 assassination attempts. It's imperative that we come alongside him in our state and local levels. The cavalry isn't coming. We are the cavalry.
4 seconds.
It's time for us to stop watching the takeover of our nation from the sidelines and to get in the battle. And if we could fight for our country, not as Black Americans, not as white Americans, not as Latino Americans, but as Americans united, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. What a classy lady, and amen to that. Coming to the mic, we have Tamara McFarlane, running for Fort Bend County Clerk.
Dragon Slayer.
Thank you. It's so good to be here. My name is Tamara McFarlane. I'm a mother of 3, happily married. I love God. I love this country. And I love to serve our community. So I'm running for Fort Bend County Clerk to protect our elections. In our county, the clerk sits as the vice chair of the Election Commission. And right now we have no oversight whatsoever. And as we know, election integrity is really important. Everything starts with our elections. Every problem we have is because of broken elections. And I'm also running to end home title theft. What I wanted to say is that just because somebody's on the Republican ballot doesn't mean they're Republican. You have to vet. You have to look into it. There are people on the Republican ballot that were praising Biden in 2024, okay? There are people on the Republican ballot, like my primary opponent, who is a friend to the Chinese Communist Party and is the key coordinator of sister city delegations in Houston and Fort Bend County. Sister city agreements are now illegal in the state of Texas, effective September 1st, 2025. And so I've got the establishment against me. You know, they're backing the CCP friend, and the government doesn't want, to enforce itself. It's literally a David and Goliath situation. So really vet your candidates. And what can all of you do to help patriots get into office? I love to serve this country, and I love the people that have served this country.
30 seconds.
So what can you do? Get on your social media and get loud. Say, if you support Carmen, say, I am voting for Carmen Montiel. If you support Doc, get on your social media and say, I support Doc Pete Chambers. Write it, put it out there, speak it into existence. Thank you so much. I'm Tamara McFarlane, running for Fort Bend County Clerk.
Thank you.
You did a great job, and thank you. Coming to the mic, we have Don Hooper, running for Harris County Party Chair.
Thank you, guys. I have been here before. As a matter of fact, I got into this race very late, and I had to get 50 signatures really quick from precinct chairs and witness all of them. And I came to this club, and I think over 4 or 5 people signed my petition here, and I'm very grateful, and I just wanted to thank you all personally. The chair race is very important, and I don't know how much you know about my opponents, but I will say the current chair, Ms. Siegel, takes money from Colony Ridge. I will not. I am not going to be running the party in a way that Ms. Siegel has, which is pretty much a pro-open borders organization that works alongside TLR and Dick Weekly. I am not going to be supportive of any of those efforts any longer, and we are going to run the party along with the president and the American First agenda. And we're going to also work with the state party. The state party is very conservative, as opposed to the Harris County Republican Party. And the agenda of the state party of closing our primaries is very important. And let's just talk about crime for a second. As we sit here, we have 50,000 people on bond for felonies. Of the 50,000 people on bond for felonies running around Harris County, 900 of those are on bond for murder. 300 of the 900 are on bond for capital murder. This all occurred in a relatively short period of time. Those that know, I'm married to the special prosecutor against Lena Hidalgo, but she was also a prosecutor at the Harris County District Attorney's Office for many years and the former deputy chief. She's now the general counsel of the Republican Party. And we are determined, I am determined, to make sure that the Harris County Republican Party works alongside the state party, not against it. And we can make Harris County great again. I really would appreciate your vote and support. It will change. We've got to change Harris County. We can't win by recruiting Democrats into our party who may vote for one Greg Abbott.
10 seconds.
Or one of our candidates and vote against all the rest. We're going to change that. I appreciate your support. Don Hooper, Party Chair.
Great job, Don. Great job. Really quick.